So hello everyone, once again welcome back to the video. So this is day 8 of my public speaking journey, and looking at my progress, it feels good. But due to the consistent recording, I'm not able to concentrate more on my speech improvement skills, improving my skills. Okay, let's talk about today's topic. So, today's topic is about Manipur and to communicate the clash between two communities. They fight. The issues have been going on for many, maybe decades, and the recent 3 to 3 years, it's gone wild and violent. It seems that a representation of both community is the representatives of both community are really bad in India because the minister of chief minister of Manipur, what's that? Chief minister of what? Which state was that? I think it was Manipur, right? So I like to keep things unedited. Chief Minister of Manipur is coming from Meitei community, I guess. Is a Meitei leader. What about the Kukis? So here, the situation is power to the Meitei, and the Chief Minister is not focusing on the actual issues because his state itself is burning. So how are they going to plan? It's been this conflict has been for years, and the city is still burning. How are we going to solve the issues? It's not about the leaders. The leaders might have a different perspective. They might think, oh, Kuki, this guy is a Kuki, this is a Kuki community, this is a Meitei community. There is a difference between both of them. But when it comes to the common people, what do the common people require? They need peace. So the leaders may have the mentality of Kuki or Meitei because they are living, they are for them, it's Kuki and Meitei. For the common people, do they have the same mentality of division or separatism? So in the end, we all need peace. So I think there must be more openly communicate such issues. And the government, I think the government, it's because it's between two communities. The government, it seems like the government is hesitating to solve the issues because it's between two different communities. How do we come between community? Is what might the government be thinking? That's the main reason they are not focusing on solving the issue. Plus, the CM himself is also BJP, and the same time he is part of one community and not the other. So, in my perspective, for the sake of the common people, common men, they should have representative from the common people who wants peace. So how are you guys going to get that peace? How are you going to achieve that freedom? How is that peace must be the focus. So it seems like both the communities are afraid of one another. What if these guys will come and do that? Why do you worry about this? Is a free land. So it seems like it's a real land. So how are we going to solve this issue? It seems, and most of the images that I see about this Meitei conflict is the women are the ones who are in the front row asking for the freedom, and not the men. I don't see in any one of the images, any of these images, I don't see a single man fighting for the cause. It's all the women. I can see the women everywhere. So it seems like the women are the ones who are focusing on the peace, and men are the ones who are violently running around causing issues. So it's time for a woman to speak out loud, and we have to have representative from a woman's side point of view and men's point of view from both the communities. So Kuki and Meitei, Kuki, two men and women from Kukis, and two men and women from Meitei. The men's perspective and the women's perspective. Because, and they must be from the common community, not the leaders or the hi-fi peoples, hi-fi, I don't know, the big communities, the common people, because majority are the common people. So let them speak out loud, and we need a solution for this. How do we get a solution for a lot of it? Should we keep the meeting in the should the government go to the Manipur and set a meeting there, or let them representative come to the Delhi Central and try to solve the issues? So we need a representative from so they have to send representatives. So we have to send representative from our state, the central, to go and communicate with both the sides of Kukis and Mehtis, okay, Kukis and Mehtis, and solve the issues faster. So not and the opposition party it must be the opposition party who must be funding the militants fighting. So we have to focus on. They don't give a shit about anything of your own future, of your children's future, anything. They just want to burn and so that a new government would come. Their government would come. I'm not talking about the government. Maybe they themselves want the power. Who's controlling the entire militants? They want the power. They don't want your freedom. They don't want peace. They want us power. So the communities must focus on peace. So how to bring peace. How are you guys going to plan? I don't know. So this must be, we have to clear this issue as soon as possible, and we have to find who's behind the militants, who's bombing the place. How did they get this weapons? Where did they get this weapon? See, they don't care. They just want to burn. They want to see. They want to burn the area. Then they want to just destroy everything for them to gain power. I don't know which community that is. So people who wants freedom must be more. The community must be more than the people who want war. So let's speak about how to solve the issues first. Very good. I think the representation of these two communities are very bad. It seems so, and so they have to they have to select their own representatives. I think women are the ones who are actually their community is actually more open about how to solving the issue. It's been 3 years and it's still dragging, and this is such a bad image. This is such a I'm not getting the right word. So clear the issues as soon as possible. And this is actually 3 years is such a long time, and the cities are burning, and we have to find a solution for this. How? And the PM can actually speak to them, because it's the CM's, the PM's same party is actually ruling Manipur, and just only stop thinking about the future, winning or losing. Just go there and the CM must communicate with the leaders, not just Yumnam, not just with Yumnam, but also we have to see a representative from the opposite Kuki too, because we both have to communicate. Not just CM also, because CM himself is from one community, and the fight is between two different communities. We have to speak to the other community, the different Meitei Kuki community also. So there is a balance. There is a balance and find an answer, solution. Because not everyone wants to be in the situation. Children's in both the sides. They are common people in both the sides. The militants just want to fight. That's their character. Not everyone want to be in the situation all the time. In this fighting situation. So it's time to focus on bringing peace to Manipur and find who these people are who are dividing them. It's time to take action. In my opinion, the sound is not even heard. I don't know why it's not even solved. It's been 3-4 years, and the clash between them is a very old thing. But isn't it time to solve the issue? I mean, most of the people who got murdered might be common people. Am I right? If militants fighting one another, there is no issues. Yeah, these idiots are fighting one another and killing themselves. No issues. But the people who are suffering are the common people, are the majority people. So it must be, the solution must be found as soon as possible. And the CM must face this, and the PM, the CM, the representative must face this and bring a solution. And if the militants or the opposition who's actually against these kind of things must be, if this doesn't stop to bring peace, we have to bring some other thing. If the militants are not stopping, we have to find a different way. So first, we have to have a peace talk. Have to have a peace talk between the two communities. I'm not talking about leaders of these two communities. I'm talking about common people. We have to have a representative from the common people of these two communities. And there must be both man and a woman, two sexes, because we have to find opinions of women's side and men's side also. And if there are youth, we can also hear from the youth of these two communities to solve the issues. So thank you for listening. And this is day 7, and I think that I am more clear. But the ideas are, now the listening, my ideas are not. The ideas are not even clear. I think it's clear, but there is no structure. So since I'm keep on doing every single video, every single day, I think I'm focusing on the practice sessions. So the thing is, should I be continuing this series just like this, or should I train more the communication, improving the communication? Anyway, this is my thought on Manipur. I think both the communities are not, so my opinion, my thought on Manipur. 3 years is too long, man, too long. So maybe the community themselves, and the common people may hate each other from cookies and may hate each other. But in the end, what do we require? What is the purpose of this division in the first place? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for listening. This is day 8, right? Thank you for listening. And see you.